Hello, this is a tutorial for how to perform the Ogre skip in Sekiro Shadows Die Twice for speedrunning in the unrestricted or no airswim categories. So first of all, a note about Ogre skip is that you should not be attempting to do Ogre skip unless you're going for a top time, like top 10 or top 5 in the world. Anything outside of that, the time that you will save by performing Ogre skip is not worth the number of resets that you're going to have trying to perform it. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to do it, but that's not going to make it consistent enough for runs unless you really need to save those last 30 seconds, because that's all it saves if you get it first try. Reasonably, it's more likely to save you around 15 to 20 seconds if you're pretty good at it, and even then, it's going to cost you a lot of resets on your runs. So, with that note out of the way, let's talk about that there are 3 different ways that we can set up the Ogre skip. So, the first way here is the most common way that it's done. It's basically you just stand next to the wall, and then you go right from there. So this is the fastest one to reset, because all you got to do is get up next to the wall and go. If you miss it, you just go right back there to the wall, and you can try again. The second setup is you can get a little bit of setup back here from the cart, and then do it. So by doing this, some people have found a little more consistency with it, going back from the cart every time and resetting from there. Me personally, I haven't found it to be any more consistent, and just sort of a bit of time lost to go back and set up at the cart every time, but try it for you, see if it works. If it does help, then that little bit of time going back to the cart is worth it if you can save a couple of attempts. Last method for doing it is just the Yolo method. It's just no setup, I'm running at the wall, and I just do it. This is definitely the fastest way to do it because there's just no setup required. You don't have to stop, you don't have to go to a particular place, you're just, I was running up the stairs anyway, I'll just go for the jump. The downside to this method is that you basically just get the one attempt at it, and if you mess up, you've kind of got to go to one of the other 2. If you just keep trying to go back down the stairs every time, that's going to lose you way more time. This method is pretty much what you would have to do if you want to get the world record. If you really want to get it first try, I recommend you practice this. Otherwise, what I'm going to focus on for this video is going to be that first one, just right up against the wall. This is the one that's sort of the fastest to reset, and so I think is the most worth practicing. Alright, so now let me show you what's going to happen as you're trying to make this jump here. So, the first part of the skip is absolutely the hardest and the most precise thing. As you're running into the corner, about 45 degrees, so on a keyboard I'm just going to hold W and D, you're going to want to try to jump right as you're falling off the ledge. If you're late, like that, you're going to do a wall jump instead. So if you try to do the jump as you're falling off and you're late, you'll do a wall jump instead. If you do that, it's kind of bad. You're going to probably have to grapple to those tree branches to reset, and that takes some time. If you're a little early, you'll just get a regular jump like that. You'll just jump out normally, and you won't get the correct jump. But if you jump with just the right timing, see if I can get it here. There we go. Then you'll get the delayed jump. So that's what you're looking for, is getting that delayed jump where it looks like you're jumping in the air. There is one last way that you can have a jump, which is you could just fall down instead of jumping at all. By my estimation, this means you're very close, but just slightly off. If you actually get no jump at all, even though you press the jump button, you just kind of fall straight down. That means that you were close, but a little bit off. And I'm having a hard time replicating it here, but you'll see it when you practice it. Alright, so now let's look at that in slow motion to see exactly when you want to jump in order to get that to work. So, looking at our jump going by in slow motion, you can see, right, you're running up against the wall for a little while here, running up against the wall for a little while, and then right as you start to slide off, right here, as you start to slide off, that's when you hit the jump button. You are not going to be able to react to this. It's way faster than human reaction time. So you're just going to have to practice it a lot and get a feel for it. Get a feel for about when your character starts slipping off the edge. That's when you want to think about pressing the spacebar or the jump key, the A button, whatever it is. Okay, so this should give you the delayed jump. That's the hardest part. Make sure you practice this, get it down consistent. Once you've got the delayed jump, as soon as you get that jump started, you're going to go from holding diagonally away from the wall to holding diagonally towards the wall. You can see my keys switch from W and D over to W and A. I'm holding towards the wall very quickly. So this is not after I jump or after I get past the wall. This is as soon as I start jumping, I start holding towards the wall. What this is going to do is it's going to cause it so that as Sekiro is jumping outwards, he's going to start turning back towards the wall. You have to do this early to be able to keep Sekiro close enough to the wall. Then the last part of the trick is very, very easy. If you're close enough to the wall, you can do a second wall jump. And if you do that wall jump, you can easily grab onto the ledge. So again, the difficult part is going to be this first part. Is going to be from our standstill, we start running at the wall, we have to time our jump perfectly right there to get the delayed jump. Start holding towards the wall as soon as you get that jump, so you'll stay close to the wall. And then do a last wall jump here, and you should easily grab the ledge. All right. To finish it off, I'll show you a couple of real attempts where I'm trying to get it, and hopefully I can either demonstrate how to do it, or maybe just demonstrate how difficult it is, because it is very difficult to get consistent. Ooh, so that's where you fall off without jumping at all. That means I was really close, but just a little bit earlier late. And on that one, I did get the delayed jump, but I didn't start holding back to the wall early enough, so I was a little too far to get the wall jump at the end. There we go. So that's what you're looking for. You get the delayed jump, you start holding in immediately, and then do that second wall jump. Let's see if I can get it at least one more time. Oh, I got the YOLO. There we go. All right. So that's it.